This was announced by Honorable Hellen Adoa, State Minister for Fisheries, during the Regional Stakeholder Engagement Meeting on the dissemination of the government policy shift on foot and mouth disease for the Teso region. The meeting took place at Hyde Park in Soroti City. The Minister for Agriculture invited stakeholders from 10 districts in the Teso and Lango sub-regions. These districts include Soroti, Kapelebyong, Kalaki, Kaviramaido, Ngora, Serere, Palisa, Alebtong, Amolata and Dokolo. The attendees included CAOs, district chairpersons, RDCs, DVOs, DAOs, as well as representatives of farmers and DISOs. The new policy will be implemented across all districts in Uganda. Hellen Adoa, the State Minister for Fisheries, stated that the new policy shift requires farmers to share costs with the government. Minister Adoa emphasizes that the goal is to eradicate the disease, which has caused significant losses to both farmers and the government due to poor quality animal products and ongoing quarantines.
This cost sharing will make us understand who was vaccinated, who was not vaccinated. But also it relieves a lot of expenses from the farmer. As long as you're a registered farmer, it's easy for you to just give a call to the extension workers and you will be attended.
Adoa pointed out that there is a large presence of counterfeit animal medicines on the market.
There is a lot of fake medicines and adulterated medicines in the market. Today you treat an animal, the next day it dies. You inject it in the morning, in the evening it's there. So it helps us to check the real vaccines that we have to give our animals. So this policy shift is very, very good because it saves us, it gives us good market.
Minister Adoa explained that there is no market for meat due to foot and mouth disease. She also warned extension workers against extorting money from farmers as the government will compensate them for their services.
Foot and mouth disease has become a very big challenge to the extent that those who don't vaccinate their animals make others to lose a lot of money. It affects parents when they want to take their children to school, and during such a time you can't transport an animal to sell. So that's why we're saying now that it is becoming a common disease, what can government do?
Dr. Robert Ojala, Regional Senior Veterinary Inspector for Teso and Karamoja, welcomed the new policy shift, stating that it will help prevent the closure of cattle markets due to disease outbreaks.
Government has decided a cost recovery basis of vaccination. The farmers will be meeting the cost for the vaccine, and government will be providing administrative costs to facilitate extension workers to do vaccination.
Dr. Ojala noted that the new policy shift will be implemented in all districts in Uganda.
And there is a quarantine restriction as a biosecurity measure to control FMD. We close markets in our region, but also we can never access export markets because of this disease. So when we implement this approach, we will improve our safety as regards FMD.
Commissioner in charge of Animal Health in the Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Industry, Anne Rose Okurut Ademon, explained that the policy will eliminate fake vaccines.
Policy shift from government paying for everything, paying for the vets that inject the animals, paying for the vaccine and paying for injections of the vaccine, to the farmer paying for the vaccine. So the policy shift is shifting from the fact of the government providing vaccine free of charge to a farmer paying for the vaccine.
Dr. Ademun highlighted that as well as trade is a concern, some countries do not buy animal products that include meat, milk, because of foot and mouth disease that attacks cattle in Uganda.
Vaccination against foot and mouth disease has been being done in our country. With the resources that we are provided, you'll find that we have been able to cover about 5 to 10% of what is required. But government has sat down and said that why don't we address foot and mouth disease as an issue and address and do mass vaccination.